All right. So again, my apologies for this delay. Okay. So again, when you use these titles, you need, when you write a formal letter, you need to use these titles first. Okay? Then you talk about, or you mention a last name. By the way, these are not included in the IELTS test. It's very likely that you would not need to actually, yes. Okay, sometimes they might tell you, or they might not tell you anything, and in this situation you will need to mention last names. All right, so don't say dear Mr. John. Okay, try to say dear Mr. Smith, okay, or Parker. These last names, try to memorize 3 or 4 names so that you can put them in your writing. Okay, dear Mr. Parker, Mr. Smith, Mr. What else? McAllister, maybe Rutherford, maybe all of these last names you can find online. Type last name, and then you will find that it's very easy to find examples of last names. Okay? But in case of informal letters, I'm going to use this other ink. Okay? You address the person using his first name. And that's it. Okay? First name, and that's it. Nothing else. You just need to write a person's first name. Dear Jenny, dear Johnny, or John. Okay? You just need to do that. You don't need to write titles or anything. Okay? So this is the first difference. The second one is when you introduce the letter, you have to start directly with the purpose when you are talking. So introduction. All right? When you introduce your letter, or when you write the first paragraph, you must get to the point. All right? Say to the recipient, if the letter is formal, of course. Okay? If the letter is formal, tell them, I'm writing this letter because, and again, this will be shown later. I am writing this letter because, all right? Or maybe I am writing this to, all right? So I'm writing this letter because I have received bad equipment, or not bad equipment, but faulty equipment. Or I'm writing this to complain about a piece or computer that was sold to me by your store and it was not working very well. Okay? When you are writing to a friend, just a moment. This is formal, not informal, by the way. Okay? I'm starting to confuse colors now. So, when you're writing in informal, check for the person's health. Okay? I hope this letter finds you in the best of health. This is a bit formal, to be honest. Okay? If you want another thing, okay, you can say, or if you want another phrase, you can say, I am sorry, or just write sorry. Okay? Sorry for not writing for so long. All right? Sorry for not writing for so long. Sorry for not writing for so long. Okay? I was very busy in the last few months, and I had lots of tests, and I had blah blah blah. All right? So this is a part, or this is how you should introduce a letter, whether formally or informal. What about the conclusion or the end? Okay? At the end of the letter, try to at the conclusion of the letter, of course, you are tasked with repeating the introduction or repeating why you wrote this letter. So maybe in the formal, when you say formal, or try to say I am looking forward, or I hope that you would address the issue I hope that that you address the issue that I faced, maybe, all right? Or just say, I would be grateful if you maybe addressed this issue at your earliest convenience. All right, at your earliest convenience. This is a type of answer. Why not? Okay, when you say informal, all right, maybe just say it as if you're talking to him. I hope I am not asking too much of you. Please write me, or please write to me as soon as you find, or as soon as you can solve it, or as soon as you do the something. All right, and finally, you end this letter with your name. Okay. Formally, you must use yours sincerely, all right, or just sincerely. Okay, yours sincerely or sincerely doesn't matter. Okay, if you know the person you are writing to. What about if you don't know the person you are writing to? Maybe you are writing to a certain department. Okay, so, or you are writing this message in general. So use yours, and of course this can be removed. Yours faithfully. All right? Yours faithfully is when you don't know the person you are writing to. I'm just getting back up here to say that if you don't know the person you are writing to, in the formal letters of course, okay, just write dear sirs, or dear, just a moment, or dear sir or madam. Here you are. Okay, dear sir or madam. So all of these writings are to be considered while writing a letter. Dear sir, dear Mr. something. Of course, sir here can be used here when you are addressing a knight. Okay, a knight. In Britain, all right, is someone who has received the knight honors from Her Majesty. Okay, but I don't think you will be writing a knight, or I don't think you will need to be writing to a knight in the IELTS. So I'm just telling you this, okay, for your personal information. Who knows? Maybe you'll be a knight one day. I surely hope so. So I sure hope that I become a knight one day. So when you address a knight, just his name is Sir. All right, Sir. So this is the introduction. Here we are, and then the conclusion, and then the ending. If it's formal, say yours sincerely or yours faithfully. But what about if it's informal? It depends on how close you are to the person. Just say yours, okay? Yours truly, maybe, okay? Maybe yours, or maybe regards, kind regards, okay? Or instead of kind, just write best regards, okay? Just write best regards, here we are. Or if you're writing to your wife or someone you love, okay, your wife or your husband, of course, best regards, you just write maybe with love. All right? So all of these expressions can be used in the ending, and then of course write your name, full if it's formal. So if it's formal, just write your name like this, and it's always preferred to write your first name and last name, but it wouldn't matter much. Joseph, here's my name. But if you're just writing to your friend, write him or tell him the name that he knows you as. So just write Joseph, or in my case, some people like to call me Joey. Okay, like in the Friends series, Joey Tribbiani. All right, so here's the writing again. Okay. Now let's get back again to the letter. All right. We will try to know first what type of letter this is, and more importantly, what is needed of me to include in the letter. All right. What is needed of me to be included in this letter? The task will present a situation to you on the question paper. You have to write in the first person, okay? In the first person, so I and you. And imagine yourself in the situation given. You have to imagine yourself. Just a moment. All right, so try to imagine yourself in this situation. You have recently went shopping at the local supermarket. Okay, so you went shopping. When you got home and studied your bill, you found that you had been charged for items you did not purchase. So you have found really nice things in the bill that you have not bought, and you have paid a lot more than you needed to pay. Write a letter to the supermarket manager, explaining what has happened. Tell the manager how you feel about the error and ask him to do something about it. Every letter will include 3 points. Okay? 3 points. Here we are. Okay? 1, 2, 3. 3 points. Not 2, not 1, not 4. More or less 3. Okay? In 90% or more of the situations of the letters I've seen, they included letters of 3 points. The 3 points are what has happened. So you're describing this paragraph exactly, but in your own words. I'll tell you more on that later. What has happened? Then tell the manager. We're telling the manager how I feel about this. All right. Oh, I feel upset. I feel like I've been scammed. Okay. Of course, you don't try not to use very harsh words. Okay. I felt that there had been a fraud. We'll see how you feel about the error, and ask him to do something about it. So first, here we explain, we tell them how we feel, and we ask him to do something about it. Let's take a look at how we can write a letter like this. I'm going to write this letter of a type of scenario. Okay, it will take some time. So maybe I went to a supermarket. Perhaps I was in Abu Dhabi and I went to a supermarket called 2IELTS. So maybe I went there to buy some maybe some fish and beans. Okay, some fish and beans. I'm going to write the ideas I'm thinking about first. Then I'm going to make them into an introduction. I'll be writing as quickly as possible so that I will not be wasting time. So expect some mistakes to be done. Okay? Not perfect. I'll need 20 minutes, but I'll have to write this in 10 minutes or less. So ideas, Twitter. All right. Okay, Twitter. Maybe I'm writing about a what I bought. Okay. Fish, beans. Okay, perhaps even cornflakes or cereals. Okay. Fish, beans, cereals, and so on. What I found, what was added, maybe there was maybe beef. Beef is a cow's meat. Okay, a cow's meat, beef. What was added? What about what I feel? Now, of course, all of these are in the first situation. What I feel. Maybe the price. So I'm just adding here. I'm going to say price. Okay. What I feel. Maybe I feel upset. Okay. Maybe I feel that this is a fraud. Okay. Perhaps this had been repeated before. This was a very good point. This had been repeated before. If this had been repeated before, this means that you might, or I might, go for another retailer, another supermarket, because they are ripping me off. All right? Now, what about what needs to be done? Okay? Maybe I bought something with credit cards. All right? And perhaps this additional price is always being made on my credit card. Okay? This additional price had been made on my credit card. Here we are. My apologies, okay? which means that I need to have something done with it. Okay, I need something to be done, because otherwise, okay, every time I buy from this supermarket, I will be charged more than I bought on my credit card. Okay, so check credit card. Okay, or check my credit card info in the registers in the supermarket. Perhaps you want to find the employee responsible, and, or of course this is a bit of a hard point, so yeah, let's just let's skip it. Okay, don't try to say this employee is a scammer, as a scam artist, and no, try to find maybe on the registers to find the reason. Okay, and set up an appointment for a refund. Of course, you need to tell, or you need to say that some details about the refund. Okay, so set up an appointment for a refund. Say I'm coming to the supermarket maybe next Saturday, all right, to come for a refund, and I expect to have a refund of maybe an amount of refund. Okay, I want a refund of 50, not 50 pounds, 10 pounds for that additional beef. All right, I'm going to write the sentence, dear sirs, I am writing this letter to complain about the inaccurate pricing of my purchases from your shop. All right, from your shop, about the inaccurate pricing of my purchases of your shop, especially since this had not been the first time. Maybe. All right, some spelling mistakes left and right. Okay, my apologies. And since I know that he is the manager of Sweetram, I can just say, dear manager, or dear Sweetram, dear Sweetram, manager of sales. Dear Sweetram, manager of sales. Perhaps. Okay, I am writing this letter to complain about the inaccurate pricing of my purchases from your shops, especially since this had not been the first time. Okay. On, of course, please mention the date as well. Okay, it would be very good to mention the date here in the beginning. Okay, so on the 1st of March 2015, okay, on the 1st of March 2015, all right, I bought or maybe even a type of timing as well. So at 3 o'clock, at 3 o'clock on the 1st of March 2015, I bought a kilogram of fish in addition to 2 cans of beans and a box of cereals. Perhaps in addition to 2 cans of beans, okay, in addition to 2 cans of beans and a box of cereals. However, as I got home, I noticed that, or maybe even before, okay, as I got home, I noticed that as I got the receipt, okay, the receipt, it's the piece of paper that you get from the supermarket with that list. So as I got the receipt, I noticed that I got, or that I was charged an extra 10 pounds. I think this is, where's the pound sign? I don't know the pound. $10. Okay, $10 for a kilogram of beef. Okay, $10 for a kilogram of beef that I had not bought. Okay, since the charges were applied to my credit card, there was an extra interest of 10%. Who knows? Okay, there was an extra interest of 10%. All right, which totals or makes an extra of 10%, which makes which makes me eligible, not eligible, which makes me in need, or I need 11 pounds or $11. So $11 maybe, which means maybe that I was charged an additional all right, $11. All right, and an additional $11. That's it. Then naturally, I felt upset at this. Maybe I felt upset at this, especially since the cashier refused me the refund, and since this was not the first time either, okay, either or either, and since naturally I felt upset at this, especially sorry, I'm just going to remove this comma, especially since the cashier refused me the refund, and since this was not, or that, all right, that was, this was not the first time either. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the first time. Maybe on a separate occasion I was charged an additional maybe $5 for a liter of milk, just a moment, of milk, maybe a month ago. All right, on a separate occasion I was charged. All right. Now we need to say that I might go to another retailer. I regret to inform you. Now this is a very good one. Okay, I regret to inform you is a very good linking phrase. I'm going to tell you more about this at the end of the writing session. I'm just going to give you as many linking phrases as possible, but not now. I regret to inform you that if this problem or this not issue, okay, is not resolved, I will, that if this issue is not resolved, I will be forced to go to another retailer for to go to another retailer for my shopping, maybe.